Hi, today I would like to share how I think I have avoided devastating hair loss after duodenal switch surgery. Hi, welcome. My name is Tina and I had traditional duodenal switch surgery with Dr. Srikanth in Federal Way, Washington on June 9th of 2020. My highest weight ever was 340 pounds. My weight the day I had my first consult with Dr. Srikanth, it was in end of February. I weighed 282 pounds. My day of surgery, June 9th of 2020, I weighed 252 pounds. And my current weight is 199 pounds. And today I would like to talk about hair loss. And I have a few disclaimers. For one thing, I am not a professional. I cannot stress that enough. I can't advise you on vitamins. I can't advise you on your nutrition. I have no qualifications to be any type of advisor to anybody. I'm just sharing what I think. I'm not even really sure. This is what I think has worked for me. And I just would like to share that with you because I found that helpful before I had surgery. But just know that I'm not a medical professional. And the other disclaimer is I'm currently just over 6 months out. I feel like I'm out of the woods for, potentially having devastating hair loss after my surgery, but I don't know for sure that that's the case. I mean, I feel like I could, start losing hair by the handfuls. I could still do that, I think. Anyway, but I kind of wanted to share. I had another video about hair loss very early on, I think a couple of months ago, and I kind of shared the products that I was using at that time, and I just kind of wanted to update that a little bit for you. So, so here we go. I hope you find this helpful. So, this is just how I feel like I've avoided hair loss so far. The first thing that I started, and I've been taking Biotin since I was probably a teenager, just because both of my parents have had pretty bad hair loss, and my mom had pretty devastating hair loss at one point. So I just have always been aware that hair loss, and my dad is balding, so I just have always been aware that losing my hair was a possibility, and so I started taking Biotin very, very young. And right before I had when I decided that I was going to go through weight loss surgery, and then I read somewhere about the hair loss piece, I just thought I was going to do everything I could preemptively. So I did that. I mentioned this in my other video, but I'll just go over this again. I doubled my Biotin, so I was taking 2 of those a day. Now, the one problem that I had with Biotin when I was a teenager or when I was in my early 20s was that it gave me acne. But now that I'm in my 50s, I think maybe that's not the case anymore, hopefully. I mean, I still get breakouts sometimes, but but I'm going to take the Biotin anyway. So I doubled my Biotin before surgery. I also started taking zinc. So I had never taken zinc before, but I started just taking like a 50 milligram capsule every day for for my hair. And yeah, that's what I had done before surgery. And then after surgery, and also I was taking a hair, nails, and skin vitamin, which is like a gel tab thing. And then after my surgery, part of this is kind of a mystery to me because I don't really, I'm on so many Facebook groups, I'm on so many other forums like Instagram where people talk about their protein and talk about what they take before or after surgery. And I was told to start consuming 150 grams of protein every day, like a couple of days out from my surgery. So I was taking 150 grams of protein for a week before my surgery, And then there was like a couple days off where I was just fresh out of surgery and I was struggling to just consume water. And then I again went back to consuming 150 grams of protein a day in shake form. So I hear people say, I've heard some people say that they're fresh out of surgery and they're struggling to get their 60 grams of protein in, and they're struggling to get their, whatever it is. I was never told that 60 grams of protein was even an option. I think that 60 grams of protein is what you're supposed to take if you have not altered your body with the duodenal switch surgery. I don't think that's the right amount, and I don't think that's safe. My doc, and another thing is I kind of take the rules over. I'm kind of over the top about the guidelines. So maybe when your surgeon says you need to consume 150 grams of protein a day, people take that to mean that's the goal. But I didn't take that to mean that's the goal. I took that to mean that was my requirement. So I never really had a huge lapse in my nutrients, which would have caused, your hair to fall out. Your hair, I know the surgery alone can cause your hair to fall out, and I did have some hair fall out, but I think the devastating part of it is when you have the drama of the surgery, and then the trauma of the surgery, and then you have the trauma of not consuming anything, and then you decrease your protein to 60 grams of protein a day, which is not enough for us. So anyway, I immediately had 150 grams of protein every day moving forward from my day after or a couple days after surgery to current. Like I haven't stopped doing that. Sometimes I only get, the least I've gotten is 120 grams of protein in a day. And that's my, like, I will stay up late to make sure that I get at least 120. And I have done that. So I think that helped the hair situation a lot. Again, I realize some people cannot, and I know that people have different recovery, people have different things going on, and I can't really speak to that because I didn't. I just did it because I was told that that's what I was supposed to do. So, I don't think it's a choice for everybody. I just think maybe I was lucky, or maybe I'm just over the top vigilant about some things. I don't know. I can't answer that. But the other thing is I stopped washing my hair. I have forever have washed my hair every day, and I stopped washing my hair every day. Now I only wash my hair every other day. I do shower every day, and the days that I don't wash my hair, I do use a conditioner because everything has gotten, my hair and skin and everything has just gotten so dry that I feel like I need to condition and lotion up and all those things just to keep everything together. But yeah, and I style my hair very minimally. So I don't blow my hair dry very often. I don't use any heat on it very, very often. I know that the hair loss from bariatric surgery is an internal process. It's not an external process, so it doesn't really have a lot to do with what I'm doing to it, styling it or any of my products or anything like that. But I don't think that, I just want to take care of the hair that I have just to hopefully retain it. And then I also have started taking L-lysine. I had never heard of that before until I saw in a group about 3 months ago that it was really good for hair loss, and then I did a little bit of research on that, and that is a really good thing to take for hair loss and to prevent hair loss. And so it's not a pleasant vitamin. It's very, very large. I've choked on it a couple times. It's not pleasant, but it has some really good scientific evidence of preventing hair loss. And so I've been taking that for the last 3 months. Once a day, I just take one of those. Also, I feel like another thing that's helped, and I mentioned before, the healthy fats. I think that having healthy fats helps your skin, and it helps your hair, and helps all of your metabolic processes. But I think having the extra healthy, making sure that I have appropriate amount of healthy fats and just consuming as much as I can. You have to kind of balance it with your bowel movements. So if you start to have diarrhea or something like that, then you need to kind of cut back a little bit. So I can't really tell you how much healthy fat to take because I think it's very individual. And especially when like the first month after surgery, you really do have a lot of diarrhea. And so I wouldn't encourage that the first month for sure. But when things start drying up and when your skin starts drying up and you get a little bit more constipated and those things start happening, I would definitely encourage you to increase your fats. And I think that has probably helped with my hair as well. So I think that that's what's helped me. And I could lose all my hair tomorrow. So I'm just saying, hopefully the hair part has done. I did lose some hair. I did have some periods of time where I had, a lot of hair in the shower. And I do know that before my surgery, I had been taking so many pills and using all these hair products and before I had my surgery, I had gone to the hairdresser. I've seen the same hairdresser for a really, really long time. And she even noticed how thick my hair was before my surgery. So I think that I built up enough thickness that losing some hair wasn't as noticeable. Maybe I think that might have impacted it somewhat. But I just, if you're really, because I've seen people on specifically Facebook groups that are just very, very worried about hair loss, and I feel like the surgery is definitely worth having hair loss because it'll grow back. But I think that I think there are some things that you can do to maybe help. So you might want to try some of my vitamin recommendations and just be kind to your hair for a while, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to somebody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or if you've been through the surgery or if you've read some other things, if you could comment below things that you've discovered that may have helped with hair loss or may help with hair loss, I would really appreciate it because I think it's very interesting. And again, I could start losing hair by the handfuls tomorrow for all I know. So knock on wood that doesn't happen. But anyway, I just wanted to share. I really appreciate you for watching this video. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye.